Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing good and you're having a good day. Today we're going to see about prepositions of time and place. Prepositions of time and place. And more specifically about in, at, and on. ስለሚባሉት ሶስቱ የprepositions of place and time ነው የምናወራው. So we use in, at, on, okay? These prepositions with usually we use them with time and place. So when we want to talk about time, when we want to talk about place, we use these prepositions commonly. So what are the differences? ልዩነታቸው ምንድን ነው? How do we use them? Okay? እንዴት ነው የምንጠቀማቸው? ከምን ጋር የቱ ይሄዳል? ወይም ደግሞ in ከማን ጋር ይሄዳል? at ከማን ጋር ይሄዳል? and on እንዴት ይሄዳል? So how are we going to use them in our speech, in our writing, okay? In our communication. So that is what we're going to see. So here are the two categories. I have divided them into three in each case. So for time, in, for time, at, and on. Okay? ጊዜ ኢንን እንዴት እንጠቀማለን? ከጊዜ ጋር አትን እንዴት እንጠቀማለን? and ኦንን እንዴት ከጊዜ ጋር እንጠቀማለን የሚለውን እናይና when we are done we'll move on to place. ከቦታ ጋር ደግሞ okay? ከቦታ ጋር ደግሞ how are we going to use in, at, on with places, okay? When we want to talk about place, how are we going to use in, at, on? So these prepositions, they have their own characters, they have their own use. So to begin with, we use in relation to time. ከጊዜ ጋር ስንጠቀመው we usually use, for example, with parts of a day. As we know, there are like three different parts of a day: morning, afternoon, and evening, right? So we say in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. So we use in with these different parts of the day: in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. We also use in with seasons of the year. Seasons of the year: in winter, in summer, in spring, in autumn. So we use in with these seasons of the year. So we use in with seasons of the year and with parts of the day. Also we use in with generally with years, okay? In 1983, for example, I was born in 1983. So that is generally when we want to talk about years in general, we use in. We use in 1983, in 1950, in 1975, etc. So when we want to use years or in, we can use it with years. And then in generic time, in the future, okay? We can say in the future. In the future, okay? I will come and visit you in the future, okay? I will come and visit you in my next trip, okay? In my next trip. So in the future. And also in 10 years time, okay? In 10 years time. በ10 ዓመት ጊዜ ውስጥ, okay? I'll be a very good English language speaker in 2 years time, in 5 years time, or I'll be somewhere in 10 years time. በ10 ዓመት ውስጥ የሆነ ቦታ እሆናለሁ. How about at? Okay? At in relation to time, ከጊዜ ጋር አሁንም አትን ስናየው it's more of specific የሆነ ነው. At 9 a.m. Okay? What time do we meet? ቀጠሯችን ስንት ሰዓት ነው? Okay? What time is our appointment? ስንል at 9 a.m. Okay? At 9 a.m. At 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock. At night. At night. We say in the evening, but don't forget to say at night. At night. At noon or at midday. At noon or at midday. Noon and midday are, equal days or equal night time. So we use at noon or at midday. At dinner time, at Christmas, okay, at Easter, okay, and then at the moment, okay, at the moment I am teaching English, and at the moment you are watching this video. So when we use at in relation to time, we use it with specific times, okay, 9 a.m., 8 o'clock, at night, at noon, at midnight, or at midday, at dinner time, okay, at Christmas or at Easter, and at the moment. How about on in relation to time? On is also with specific issues or specific time. For example, with days of a week, we use on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday. So with days of a week. On time, please be on time. Okay, on time. On 12th of March. Okay, on 12th of March. When you specifically mention ቀኑንና ወሩን ስንጠቅስ, we use on. Okay, on 12th of March. Okay, but generally I forgot to mention here in, for example, I was born in March. Okay, you can say with months, generally without specifically mentioning the date, you can say I was born in March. I was born in 1983. So ወሩን ብቻ ስንጠቅስ we use in, ወሩን ከቀኑ ጋር ስንጠቅስ ግን we use on 12th of March. Then on Christmas Day, on my birthday, on time, on Sunday morning. So we use on with these, okay, specific, okay, days and times. Then when it comes to prepositions of place, okay, prepositions of place, how are we going to use in, at, on? Okay, for example, ከቦታ አንፃር ስናየው in, where were you born? I was born in Addis. Okay, I was born in Addis. In Ethiopia, okay, she lives in Ethiopia. She lives in America. She lives in China. Okay, so with cities, countries. In a building, okay, currently I am teaching in a building. Okay, or if you are using smaller vehicles, you say I'm in a car, I'm in a taxi, and if the boat is smaller, you can also say I'm in a boat. Okay, the size matters. Then where did you get that information? I get it in the article. In the article. Okay, the article that you have read. And where are you? I'm in the office. Okay, in the office. Where are you now? I'm in a shop. Okay, supposed. I'm in the office. So how about at in relation to place? ከቦታ አንፃር አትንስ እንዴት ነው የምንጠቀመው? Okay, at home we use, or we say at home. Okay, at home እንላለን. And then at the gate. Where did you put that? I put it at the gate. Okay, at the gate. በሩ ላይ አድርጋለሁ. At the cinema, at the theater. Okay, at the cinema, at the theater. So these are things that we need to know. At the cinema, at the theater, at the back, or at the front, or at the bottom. Okay, where did you put it? I put it at the back. I put it at the front. I put it at the bottom. So at can go with that. And at the end of the road. Okay, where is the shop? You can find it at the end of the road. At the end of the road. And then at work. Where are you now? I am at work. Okay, I am at school. and I am at the bus stop. So we use at in relation to place with home, at the gate, at the cinema or theater, at the back or front, or at the bottom of the desk, and at the end of the road, at work, at school, and at the bus stop. So one thing is left now. We use on in relation to place as well. If we're on a means of transportation, but a little bit bigger one, not as small as a car. So in that case, we say I am on a bus, I am on a plane. If it is also a truck, I'm on a truck, I'm on a bus, a train, okay, or a truck. So we use on with bigger transportation. And I am on the phone, okay, I'll call you, I'm on the phone, ስልክ ላይ ነኝ እደውልልሃለሁ, I'm on the phone, okay. Where do you put it? I put it on the floor, ወለል ላይ መሬት ላይ አድርጌዋለሁ, on the floor. On the menu, okay, on the menu. You can find the price of the food on the menu. የምግቡን ዋጋ እዛው ሜኑ ላይ ታገኘዋለህ. On the road, I met him on the road. እሱን መንገድ ላይ አግኝቼዋለሁ. I met him on the road. On my way, okay, on my way home, ወደ ቤት በምገባ ጊዜ በመንገዴ ላይ. And then I read it on the internet, okay. In the article ብለናል ቅድም. አሁን ደግሞ on the internet, okay. ከየት ነው ያገኘኸው ስንባል on the internet. If you get it from the internet ማለት ነው. But if you get it from the article, you can say in the article. So generally we use prepositions of time and place like this. In has its own use with in relation to time, and at has its own usage, and on has its own usage. At the same time, in, at, on has or have their own purposes and functions in relation to place. So this is all about prepositions of time and place for today. If you have any question, okay, you can ask me, you can write me on the comment section, and I hope you will find this lesson very helpful. Please have your comments on the comment section. Thank you so much. See you on our next lesson. Goodbye.